Blue team, video 4. This is for Saturday. Let's get right at it. All right, so we're going to have a running play, passing play, and one defensive adjustment to motion. All right, so the next play is going to be called Mudcat. We did it a little bit last year, never really ran a game. I think we're going to be ready for it this year. So we'll be in our base red formation here, okay? Red means the T is in the tailback position. He's in between 4 and 5 yards off the ball, depending on the play. I want the heel about 4 yards on this one, okay? Blue would be the opposite, where the Y and the X go left. Red, the Y and the X go to the right. Okay, so I have a defense drawn up already, a stacked defense. This is like Ohio, where the linebackers are stacked over the defensive tackles. Okay? This plays really good if they're in a 3 technique outside shade. So in Mudcat, the M in Mudcat stands for the middle or the midline. If we had an imaginary line through the quarterback and the center and the tailback, we call that the midline of the offense. All right, the tailback is going to sprint straight up that midline. He's going right up the middle. Okay? Full speed. Our quarterback is jumping in the backside A gap and pointing the football. All right, so it's Mudcat right. Let's say Mudcat left. He's going to jump back, point the ball. His shoulder's on his chin, and he's looking at the read. So this player, going to put a square on him. We are not going to block him. Okay? Either going to give it to the tailback quarterback, or if he closes it, it looks like he's going to tackle, you pull the ball and you replace him. So you're going to run in the B gap. Okay? It's an A gap or B gap play. So quarterback, you're meshing from hip to hip. You're riding the running back. And if it's a give read, you're going to stick the ball and put pressure on his belly. If it's a pull read, if he crashes down, you're not going to give pressure. You're going to pull it back and reseat it in your belly. And running backs, if you're seeing this guy come and tackle you, you got to know that the quarterback's going to pull it. And if you feel him tug it away, let him have it. What we don't want in this play is fumbling, because the running back thinks he has the ball and the quarterback's trying to pull it and it ends up on the ground. So that's something we're going to do in pre-practice. We got to practice this a lot before we start practice. Okay? So the quarterback, if he gives it or keeps it, he's going to do the same thing every time. He's going to run downhill through the B gap. Even if you give it, you want people, corners, linebackers, safeties, running at you when he has the ball, and vice versa. So it's got to be after you do the handoff, like a shot out of a cannon, full speed. You can't jog this part. All right? So either the tailback gets it or the quarterback gets it. All right? So it's an option. Let's talk about our offensive line blocking. The weak guard is going to drive block. Really the same thing as zone. Zone and jet, all the same. You're going to put the inside foot first, you have here. Now our center is going to double team the backside guard. You guys are going to make a wall. We cannot let this guy get into we call it the cylinder. The double A gaps, this is a cylinder. The tailback runs in the cylinder. We make a wall in the cylinder. Okay? Our guard, our strong guard, we're not going to block him. We're going to avoid him. He's going to step with his left foot or his inside foot. He's going to get skinny. He needs to get low. You need to rip. So you're going to get skinny. You're going to rip and get through him. And you're going to climb up. You have the A gap. You have whatever linebacker shows. This linebacker steps in there, you have him. If he runs over the top, then you got that linebacker. Okay? Our tight end, our Y, you have the B gap. All right? Do you have a linebacker over you here? No. So you're going to block the next linebacker inside. So you're climbing to the B gap. All right? If he goes here and it's a keeper, well, it's an easy block. If nobody's there, if he's not there, then you keep going to the free safety. If he shows up here, you have him. Whoever's in the B gap. Receiver, you're going to stock like all our plays. You're going to get inside leverage and funnel him out here. All right? If the quarterback keeps it, we don't want him to fold in here and make a tackle. Stay on him. All right? Be disciplined. You got to want it more than he does. Same thing versus a different defense. So we have our blue formation. This would be Mudcat left. Now the linebackers are kicked over. It's actually a better play versus defense. Tailback runs his midline. All right. Quarterback jumps in the backside A gap. Meshes hip to hip. All right. Here's our read player. Now he's in a 2 technique head up. Okay. Quarterback shot to the cannon through the B gap, whether he gives it or keeps it. All right. Line blocking is going to be the same. Boom. Double team. You guys make a wall. You cannot let him leak through here. Okay. Our strong guard. Inside step. Rip. Now you have 1 linebacker in the middle instead of 2. Okay. Basically going to ISO block him. All right. Our tight end. Now you got a linebacker over you. Climb. You're basically blocking if the quarterback keeps it. You're the lead blocker. X receiver, same thing. Inside leverage, funnel him out. Okay? Let's see what else. Tailback. If the cylinder's open, you're looking at the cylinders open, you're going to blast that thing. If it's you, it's a give read. Okay? Now it's a give read of quarterbacks. If he goes upfield, you're going to give it. And I like to read his outside shoulder or his outside number. If he goes outside, you're going to give it to him. If he just stands there, doesn't move at all, that might happen. We're going to give it to him. So you're going to give it to him every single time unless his outside shoulder closes in. All right. If he closes in, you still mesh hip to hip. Then you disengage, and then you pull it in the B gap. All right? Now, sometimes this will be faster crash. Sometimes it'll be a slower crash in. You got to read it. Hold on, Leighton. One more minute. All right? Over here. Now the cylinder's closed. If it's a give read, you're going to make a cut tailbacks off of that block. Okay? You're going to read this block. You could really cut either way. All right. Give me a minute, honey. It's okay. Okay, it's okay. All right, now we got a pass play. Very similar blocking for the center and the guard. So we call this Raider. Raider means rollout. All right, so our quarterback is Raider right. This would be our green formation. All right, green Raider right. Quarterback's going to get some depth, put the ball on his trigger. He's going to be about 3 to 4 yards deep, and he's throwing downhill. He's attacking the line of scrimmage. All right, blocking first. Just like zone or jet. You guys are stuff with their play side foot, pop step, power step. Our center and our Y are both going to down block. All right. These guys cannot blitz. Or you only need to block 2 guys, so you might as well double team them. All right. You're trying, my X, you're trying to block him this way. You block him this way. You're trying to make 2 walls. I don't want this guy leaking through and sacking my quarterback here. Now we're rolling out, so we got to make sure this defensive tackle doesn't get loose and just sack our quarterback. That's not fun. Double team got to make it happen. All right. X is our primary receiver. You're going to run about a 6 yard. You're going to go inside leverage, whip out. All right, you're going to whip out. You're turning in. The ball might be thrown here right away. It might be thrown later. All right, whenever you're open. Our tailback is going to run a backside drag route. Okay? You got to have space. You can't be too close to each other. All right, we're going to call this Raider A. This is what we're going to call this an A route, this whip route. It's an A route. All right? We want to throw this thing quick. It's almost like a sweep. We should be catching this every time. Now, quarterbacks, if he's covered, right, or if it's close, if he's open right now, throw it. If he's kind of covered, we got to throw it out here. You can't throw it behind the receiver. The corner's going to pick it off. Worst case scenario, it's incomplete in front of him. All right? If he's covered, you can also run it or hit that drag route. Okay? If he comes up here, he's going to be open. If he stays back, you can run it. Then we have, this is my favorite play. I ran this in high school. Raider B. Raider B is the exact same play, but after 3 steps, he's going to wheel deep up the sideline. We're going to call this a B route. All right? X receiver, as soon as you turn, you're going to sell it. You're going to put your hands out like you're going to catch the ball. If you put your hands out, I want him to be aggressive. All right? Hopefully you hit a couple A routes, and now he's maybe jumping it. Boom. Quarterback, you're going to throw the ball on the run about 15 yards deep. Okay? Raider B. Awesome play. Okay? Then we have a quick defensive thing. Let's say we're in Ohio, right? 2 receivers. We got a quarterback and a pistol tailback. Now, if this guy goes in motion and he crosses over here, now they're in twins. So now it would be in what? Texas Louis. All right, so if we roll the Texas Louis, he's going to come inside with him a little bit. He's going to stop when he's 3 yards outside the guard. He's here. All right, this corner is going to roll up to 4 yards, be our outside linebacker, so to speak, outside leverage. You got cloud technique. You're jamming number 1 if he goes vertical. If he goes inside, you let him go. You look for somebody else coming in. Our free safety is going to roll over. He's got this deep half over here, right? These linebackers don't need to do anything different. And our linebackers, we're just going to stay here. I don't want you guys moving around. If they go to motion, we'll be fine. All right? You got a little bit of a gap right here, but you know it's better than messing up. So that'll be our adjustment when they go in motion from Ohio to Texas. All right, Mudcat versus 2 different defenses. Raider A, Raider B, or rollout package. Primary receiver getting the X the ball. Ohio shifting to Texas on motion.